Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Tyler from Podcast Now. Today, we're going to be basically talking about how Captain Marvel, not just Captain Marvel, the character, but many characters, or multiple characters, in the Captain Marvel movie are all Mary Sue's, but especially Captain Marvel herself is a huge Mary Sue, and it's actually a new form of Mary Sue. And I'll say right off the bat, the new form of Mary Sue is this. So usually Mary Sue's, like Rey from Star Wars, just happens, what takes place in the movie happens within the movie. Whoa, sorry about that. Just happens within the movie. The new form that I'm calling it, the new Mary Sue, it kind of rhymes, has to do with what takes place in the movie and out in our actual world. And what do I mean by that? And I'm going to start off with that, then we're going to talk about what makes her and others Mary Sue's in the movie. Which, again, if you didn't watch our review, painfully below average. I'd give it a 5 sometimes. In fact, talking about, just a couple minutes ago, talking about a certain element, just dropped it down to around a 4 out of 10 because of this so stupid. And just stick with me. So what makes the new Mary Sue in this, and for the real world aspect, and that is that is Rotten Tomatoes on Friday today that I'm filming this, deleted at least, I haven't checked the update, but at least 50,000 reviews were deleted. And they were all like 1 star, 2 whatever, 2 star, not good, SJW, reviews like that. People that just didn't like the movie, hopefully anybody that did that saw it, because I'm not a fan of trolls myself. But I doubt that there was 50,000 trolls that left a comment. I really highly doubt it. So we'll see. I actually have a review up on Rotten Tomatoes, and tomorrow I'm going to see if it's still there or if they take it down. And I just simply said what I felt. Boring, and I went into some details. So 50,000 reviews were deleted. That is insane to delete people's opinions, because some I know were true, like sentences and sort of details, and they were deleted. But on top of that, I found out that YouTube changed the algorithm when you type in Brie Larson, so that it only shows news regarding Brie Larson, not people talking, not that people are really talking bad about Brie Larson. If you say stupid stuff, you kind of put in public, you're putting yourself out in the public space for other people in the public space, including YouTube, to cover what you say. So you got to watch what you say, really. So YouTube or Google changed the algorithm. You type in Brie Larson, it's only going to show you news, such as like ABC, NBC, that kind of stuff. Maybe Entertainment Tonight, whatever those dumb shows are. Instead of showing you people talking about bad, how the movie was bad. So they're censoring how people are perceiving Captain Marvel. Insane. So that is the new Mary Sue. That's the new aspect. Now here's the Mary Sue aspect. Biggest thing. Can somebody please tell me Captain Marvel's weakness? Please, anybody? No, nobody? Oh. Because we know Superman has kryptonite. We know Iron Man, originally, without his arc reactor and his suit, he had nothing. Many other characters, Captain America is doing the wrong thing. His weakness is if he's in a position where someone's doing the wrong thing, even if it's somebody he likes, it hurts him to go against them, Civil War, but he has to do it. But it hurts him to do it. Every superhero that I can think of has a weakness or multiple weaknesses. What is Captain Marvel's? What is it? Did you ever see Captain Marvel bleed in the movie? The blue blood? No. She remembered the wrong memory. Do you remember? That wasn't her. That was the scientist that actually was bleeding the blue blood. Because in that scene when we see what actually happened, Carol had her regular human blood. So after that, after she gets hit with the energy and all that, it was a pretty cool scene. I actually liked that scene a lot. After that, when she's Vers, right, in space for the Space Force, when have you seen her be bruised? Have you seen her bleeding? Anything, scratches, anything? When she flies through all of the freaking ship, a huge UFO ship made of, I assume, very strong, some sort of metal, flying through it. She's unscathed. Unscathed. When she's fighting, and she's not even fully powered up yet, she just has the photon blast. She's fighting her old allies. No blood, no bruise. Can she not get hurt? You think back to Captain America Civil War, Black Widow had a bruise. Captain America had bruises and blood everywhere. Tony Stark had bruises and blood everywhere. Spider-Man, I mean, like in Homecoming, bleeding. Captain Marvel, no blood. Black Panther, right? That was last year's movie. I like Black Panther. I didn't go with the hype, but I thought it was a good movie. He gets the crap beat out of him. When did Captain Marvel, when did it show that she was wounded? What is her weakness? She doesn't have one. Wonder Woman, you could say, another female led movie that didn't get 50,000 opinions deleted, tags changed on YouTube because people were not liking the movie just because it was kind of boring and lackluster. The script wasn't good. You never really felt anything between any of the characters. You never really cared about Carol. That's all pretty normal stuff. It has really nothing to do with Brie Larson. It has really nothing to do with anything that she said. It's just, I was able to sit back, watch the movie, forget about everything she said, and I'm just watching it and, okay, cool. What? I don't care. I didn't care. I still don't care. In fact, I care less after remembering what was her weakness. And one of the dumbest things, so that's huge, because not only, again, how is she Mary Sue? Not only does she not have a weakness, everything that she needed or everything that she tried to do, she was able to do and she was successful at. When she's falling out of the sky and then she's like going like this and she's going to fly. You just know she's going to fly. But does she come up and she's like, ha, 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 and then she falls out and then she comes back up? No. She just does it. Do you remember the original, actually the other two Spider-Man movies when they're going to do the web and they mess up the first time? Do you remember Iron Man 1 when he's trying to fly and he goes up and then he comes all the way down? Remember how they're imperfect, right? They weren't able to do everything the first time. Doctor Strange, it took him a long time to do whatever his stuff was. Not Captain Marvel. She was able to fly right away. Not Captain Marvel. When she gets her Super Saiyan 3 power, she knows how to use it right away. No, she doesn't need practice. Who needs practice? Even though she apparently wanted to do sparring to practice in the beginning of the movie, then she unlocks her Super Saiyan, and she doesn't need practice anymore. She's too good for that. She can just do it. She can just get on a plane. And again, we knew that she was a good pilot, right? But she hasn't flown for 6 years, and she doesn't have memory. Yet she could go on this plane that she doesn't know how to do, and instead of taking off, flying, and boom, hitting something and being like, oops, nope, flies, she's good. She's an expert flyer. She's Rey. She's in the Millennium Falcon, and I've never flown this thing before in my life, and she's doing all these flips, and she's good. Same thing here. So she's an expert at essentially life. She's an expert at everything. She's so good at life, she doesn't need a romantic anything, right? She just has that best friend. What was that best friend's name again? I don't even know. She was so... I felt nothing. I didn't feel anything. She was her best friend. Okay, it doesn't seem like you're best friends. Does Carol care about her best friend? Never really felt like she cared about her best friend. it felt like she sort of cared about Denise, but she sort of felt like she was just talking to this little girl that she was really trying super hard to like. That's how I felt about it. Like, the memories went back, and she's like, I know I used to like you, and you used to really like me, so I'm going to really try very hard to like you. That's how that felt. And just go ahead, change my color. What else? Oh, like I said, no romantic anything. Wonder Woman, she had Steve. Anytime Steve was in danger, when something bad happens to Steve, it hurts you because you throughout the entire Wonder Woman movie, you watch, and again, I'm not into Wonder Woman that much. My girlfriend hasn't watched Wonder Woman, and tomorrow we're actually going to watch it because I want her to be able to, and I didn't say, I want her to be able to tell me what one does she think is better. I guess I'm pitting woman versus woman. I'm curious to see what she thinks as a female, which female character, or character really. Why does it have to be female? It doesn't. Just these two characters. What one did she think had the better movie? That's all I want to know from a female, because apparently that's a big deal, and men are a low threat, and men only want to hit on you and this and that. So maybe that's why she didn't have any love interest of any kind. But see, the reason that there's love interest is because that shows you that they care about people. Wonder Woman very much cared about that Stephen or Trevor. I think it was Steve. I can't remember. I know it was Trevor was in the name. I know that she really much cared about him. She literally leaves her home for him. She fights alongside him. She cares very much about him. When she doesn't have him, it's very upsetting. It is upsetting. That I remember a lot. It was very sad for him to not be able to be with her anymore. If you didn't see the movie, I'm trying not to spoil it. That never happens in Captain Marvel. There's a joke before her best friend, I can't remember the name, where the best friend, they're saying like they're going to have to go up to space and it could be dangerous. And then they kind of make a joke like, well, you have a daughter, but it's fine and she'll just go anyways. Like, you're going to be in danger, you might not come back. Why is that funny? Then the girl would not have a mother anymore. Why is that funny? Instead of Carol being a good friend saying, instead of just smiling like, yeah, you're coming with me, she should say, no, it's way too dangerous. Now that I'm human again, and I know I'm not Kree, and I know I'm human, I understand the bond that you two have, and I really care about your daughter. She doesn't have to say all this, but this should all be kind of like thought out, like with sadder music, and basically be said like, no, you need to stay with your daughter because she can't lose you. It should have been something like that. Not like, oh yeah, come on, go ahead, it's fine. We might die, but go ahead, it's totally cool. Stupid. So she's a Mary Sue. Every time Nick Fury's in any kind of danger, we as an audience, unless this was your first Marvel movie, we as an audience know nothing. Nick Fury's alive. Therefore, nothing bad can happen to him. He can't ever be in danger in this movie. So he's essentially a Mary Sue of sorts, because everything no matter what, I mean, he's really not a Mary Sue because he can get beat up and all that kind of stuff, but you know that he's going to be okay. So it kind of makes it where you know he's never in danger. You know Carol's never in any real danger, right? But watching Black Panther, when he gets stabbed, you're genuinely surprised. Like, oh, what? How is he going to get out of this one? That never happens to Carol because, you know, she's going to make it. She beats everybody up. She's a freaking karate master and wax on, wax off, photon blast. It was retarded. And then she's flying through all these ships, and that's the climax. And she's just go boom, 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 boom. And then they're like, Earth doesn't have a missile defense system like this. And she blows up like their entire arsenal because she just turns the missile the other way. So why wasn't she affected? Those missiles would have destroyed Earth. The explosion, just so everyone understands what a missile does. Here's Earth. Here's the missile. When it hits, there's an explosion. That explosion would cause mass devastation. The explosion would cause mass devastation. The explosion. She takes the missile. She turns the missile. The missile hits other missiles. She's right here. She's in the explosion that would have caused mass devastation on Earth. And she's fine. She then proceeds to fly through other ships, and flies through a mothership type. That's what I would call it, a mothership, or one of these side motherships. And she doesn't even have a scratch. She's totally fine. She knows how to fly right after all that. She doesn't even need to figure out how to fly. Nothing. So she literally, nothing can stop her. She's higher, faster, whatever they said in the... I can't even believe that was in the movie. Whatever they said she is, she is. She's better than you. She's better than the other superheroes. She's better than Wonder Woman. She's better than everybody because she doesn't have a weakness. She doesn't care about anybody, and we know that because they showed us she never really changes how her personality is. She's Verse and she's Carol Danvers, yet she acts the same. Does she ever care? I don't know. Doesn't really seem like she ever cares. She makes everything about her. I'm sorry that she's saying to that the wife of the Skrull, I'm sorry that millions of your people died, but she says, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Okay, so that's about you. There was something else that she said. I forgot what it was, but it's like she makes it about her. And it's like, not everything's about you, but you think it is because you don't have a weakness, you don't care about anybody, and anything that you try at, you can do because you're a Mary Sue. So that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections below. It actually really ticks me off because if I write this in a review, I might get deleted. It's unbelievable. It's just my opinion based on what I saw. So luckily, we will not censor you here. If you liked the movie, let us know. Let us know why you liked the movie. If you didn't, please let us know why you didn't like the movie. If you think she's a Mary Sue, let us know about that and anything else that I forgot. And if you don't think she's a Mary Sue, you can tell us about that as well. I'm not going to argue with you. I actually would like to see a discussion, and we're not going to pull a Rotten Tomatoes and delete 50,000 comments. So continue watching podcast now. Subscribe for our Avengers community series. It is happening weekly. It leads to Avengers Endgame, and then we're having videos after Avengers Endgame comes out with theories for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I will see you guys on the Avengers community series. See ya.